Hi everybody and welcome. My name's Diane and I'm coming to you from the West Midlands in the UK. I can be found on Instagram as Ep2 Yarndale and all the links to where I am and who I am are all there, Etsy shop, etc, etc. I just thought I'd do a little quick podcast, if you like. It was Yarndale last weekend. If you know, you know, and if you had time, you were there. So drove down there with my daughter. It's about 2.5 hours from where we live. So we got there around 11 o'clock-ish. They were doing timed entries. So our time was 10:30, between 10:30 and 11:30. So we got there about 11 o'clock-ish, which was fantastic. Didn't have to queue for very long, maybe 10 minutes or so. So it was really good. You could get around. I think it was good. I've never been to a yarn festival before and it was lovely. Yeah, it was great. So met up with Alex from my Yarny Corner. Hi Alex, it was lovely to meet you there. We had a little walk around and Alex had been there since 10 o'clock I think when we got there, and she'd walked her little legs off already I think. But yeah, we had a little walk around with Alex and Danny. Mood was all her dyeing. Fantastic colours, brilliant. Don't forget to do me some autumn colours, Danny. We discussed this. Right, so I'm just going to show you a few bits and pieces that I bought at Yarndale. So sellers were fantastic. Pens, there were multiple pens. A lot of people said that there wasn't as much there or as many people as normal, but hey ho, you know, we've just come through a pandemic. Things are still opening up here in the UK. A lot of things haven't reopened again, so, and I'm sure it's like that all over the world. But we'll jump straight in with some purchases. So we bought, me and my daughter, these Yarndale bags. And this one's got a box bottom, so it'll hold quite a big project, I imagine. And if you bought the bag and a badge, and I've got the badge on another bag at the minute, but there's like a little fridge magnet as well. You could choose whether you wanted a cup or a flask. I think Alex had a flask, but I like the cups, and my daughter Susie had a cup as well, I think. But yeah, so I've got a couple of projects in mind, and that's where I went in my head. I thought, well, don't get mad, be a bit restrained. So I've got a couple of projects in my head. So I want to make this spike. Comment down below if you know the pattern maker, the name of the lady. She's real famous over there on Ravelry, but I love this spike, and I think Lynn from Callan Yarns did one and it looked amazing. So that's my inspiration for making this spike, is you, Lynn at Callan Yarns, if you ever find this podcast. So yeah, so I got 2 of these for that project, Ducky Darlings, and they are Superwash Merino Nylon 75/25 4-ply, and the colourway is Ginger Ale. They're lovely. Oh, they're so soft and squishy. I love it, but the colour's beautiful. And I thought that would go lovely with this one, also a Ducky Darlings, and that again is Superwash Merino and Nylon 75/25 100 grams 4-ply. in the colourway Buttermilk. Yeah, look at those colours. Oh, don't you just love them? And those little speckles, beautiful little speckles there. I can't wait to get started on that. So all I've got to do is just download the pattern and we're away with that one. I wanted to make some socks for Richard, as I said on my last podcast. He likes blacks and greys and all of the funky stuff like that. So I got this superwash merino and nylon, again 75/25, 50-gram skeins from Attic Spin Dry. Lovely lady, I think it was her husband who was there with her. That's going to make some beautiful socks. There is another colour that I've bought, but I've left that downstairs and I've got that on the needles already. So I'll show you that on the next podcast, but that's a whip. That's one of my whips. So yeah, Attic Spin Dry dye, sorry, beautiful, lovely couple there. We had a really long chat with them. It was amazing. And I also found another lady there who did hand dyed, natural hand dyed with, which I'm trying to get kind of into at the moment with the natural dyes and things. But she was telling me what colours you could get from what foliage, and what colours you could get from what you know, all the fruits and the vegetables and the different foliages, twigs, leaves. It's a minefield, it is, but I do hope to get into that shortly. Anyway, back to acquisitions. That was a tangent really. Okay, so I've been making the Nature's Walk blanket, and I ordered so much of my yarn because I thought, well, it's squares. If anybody's already done it, it's you make up the squares, and it's by Sandra Hart. She's got a podcast and she does all these different blankets, but this one really caught my eye, the Nature's Walk blanket. And so I ordered all of my colours from Sheepies. I think it's called Sheepies, excuse me if I'm saying that wrong. Did my put together all of my squares, crocheted all of my squares up, and then came to the border, and I'd ordered 4 skeins. I'd already used some of it for a different project, because that's who I am. I just kind of take my stash from here to there and just sort of, if it's there, I use it. So I was so happy that I found a Sheepy stand to get the rest of my my yarn to finish that project. It's a 75% cotton and a 22% acrylic, and it's so squishy, but it makes the loveliest, the most beautiful blankets. And it's kind of a tonal, it's got little specks of white in there, and I don't know if you can see that there, but yeah. So I bought enough to finish my Nature's Walk blanket, which is down here, so I'll show you that shortly. And then I needed some DPNs in a 3.75, so there was a lady there selling needles, so I got some of those. And also I mean, I've started a blanket in Tunisian crochet. I'm really enjoying it at the moment. I think I did mention it on my last podcast, but I could be wrong because, you know, things fall out of my head. I don't know if it's an age thing or if it's just a dye thing, but hey ho. But yeah, so I bought myself another, and it's a 5mm because once I'm doing a DK blanket and I'm using a 12mm Tunisian hook at the minute. So once I finish that, I want to do one in a 4-ply. So yeah, that's all my acquisitions, and so lovely they are too. Thank you to Ducky Darlings for pointing me in the right direction for all my yarns and colour choices, and everyone I talked to at Yarndale were absolutely magnificent. They were beautiful, beautiful people. We have a fantastic community in there. The knitting and sewing and all things fibre, crafty community. Everybody's really, really lovely. So thank you to everyone who was there. Oh, Attic Spindle, you got a goodie bag as well with your purchase. And in that little goodie bag there is obviously their thank you with compliments slip that they put in there. A little mini, I think that's about a 20 gram mini. All those colours, so that will go into a little scrappy blanket at some point, I imagine. And there's a little progress keeper as well there, if you can see that little spinning wheel. I also had a go at spinning actually while I was there. Oh, it was fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I loved it. So that's going to be an expensive hobby, but a little tea, and oh, that's lavender, a little lavender pouch. So yeah, that was my little goodie bag from Attic Spindle. Beautiful couple. I just love the little stitch marker though. Isn't it cute? So cute. So I'll pop on with my Nature's Walk blanket. I started this, oh, it's been probably in the beginning of spring, I think it was. Springtime-ish. I started doing my squares, and they didn't take very long actually. I was able to do like a couple a night, just sitting there watching TV. They're so intuitive. The pattern is fantastic. It is she's still got this as a free pattern on Ravelry, I believe. I haven't bought all the pages. The one with the picture and I've left downstairs. But yeah, I did get stuck on the border, not just the running out of yarn thing. I did get stuck on the border, and it's got a little I don't know what you call it. It's like a little crossy thing there, and I didn't know what it meant, so I put it away. And then once I'd acquired my yarn last weekend from Yarndale to finish the border off, I've read back on the pattern, because it says ending on the last repeat at that funny mark. I've lost where I am. And then repeat from the stars. But there's another little one of those funny marks. Anyway, I'm sure I'll sort that out in time. Waffling. Tangents. I am terrible with tangents. So, oh, I haven't. I'm rubbish. This is living in my Ducky Darlings. No, it's not living in my Ducky Darlings at all. What am I like? Right. Mrs. D bag that Richard so lovely and beautifully bought for me a couple of months ago. She makes the most fantastic bags, and I'd had my eye on these ones since she put them in the shop a couple of months ago, with the little bears under the tree with the little hares and the rabbits. It's so cute, but it fits my let me just pop it back in so you can see. I was a little bit premature then, just taking it out to show, because I'm just so eager for you to see. But yeah, it kind of cinches up lovely, and it holds that whole blanket. And to be fair, I've only got the border to finish, so it holds all of that project really well. Beautiful, absolutely love it. Thank you, Paula. I'm really enjoying this bag. If you ever find my podcast, she's the god of podcasters, to me. Okay, so I'm using a 3.5mm hook. I love these tulip hooks. It's got the grippy handle. I used to use just the normal hook with no grip, you know, just the normal straight hooks. And then Richard bought me these a couple of years ago when I first got back into my crochet, and he bought me a set, and I really love them. They're absolutely fantastic to use, very ergonomic on your hands. It doesn't hurt your hands at all, and that bit there is so shiny, it's slippery, and you can just, beautiful, love them. So this, let me just move more. This is my Nature's Walk, and I don't think I'm going to be able to show it all. So as you can see, I've done all of my squares. I didn't do as many squares as she'd got on her pattern. I think I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 across, and 8, 2, 4, oh no, 6 down. Is that right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 that way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 that way. So it's not as big as it is on the pattern, but I love those little dragonfly. You've got the dragonfly there, and you're supposed to do these in one colour, but I'll just go off on tangents, and then there's I think that one's called Snowflake, and that one is the sun. That was beautiful to crochet as well. And then you've got these, the wheat one there, there's a hearts one, I can't remember all of the names of them offhand, but oh, they're so beautiful. The flower, and that looks so lovely in that colour. Yeah, it's an absolute pleasure to crochet, and that's, I don't think I've got enough room. Let me just stand behind my chair here. So yeah, there we go. Beautiful. I've got my little progress keeper. This was from, I've got these from Ellie at Craft House Magic. Her little progress keepers, stitch markers. She does some lovely things. But yes, I'm enjoying that. So now that I have the rest of my sheepies yarn, I can finish the border, which is, the border was why I wanted to do this blanket, because it's so it's so pretty, so beautiful. I have got some ends to sew in there, look. I was sewing the ends in as I went, but for some reason I've still got a few hanging out. Never mind, they'll get sewn in. So as you can see, I didn't completely run out of yarn, but it was just that I got stuck on the pattern as well. But now I've got the rest of my yarn, that'll give me the incentive to kind of just get this finished. I want it finished now for the winter. The winter nights are coming on. I've got one blanket that we use downstairs that we fight over. Richard, he's my partner. He's we always have a little fight over this blanket, but this is the one. I made this from Carousel, John Brett's Carousel yarns during the pandemic, because like I said on my last podcast, I am or was more of a crocheter, but this took forever. It's huge, absolutely huge. But with that Carousel yarn, because it's a self-striping yarn as well, you just keep going, and it created this beautiful, beautiful pattern. And I've used the alpine stitch, which is that there, that alpine stitch, and then double crochets in between. And I've just kind of made it up as I went along, really, just a couple of rows of each, 4 rows here and there, and then just done a single crochet border all the way around. It has pulled a little bit, but it's been downstairs on the sofa for the best part of a year. I think it was this time last year. I finished just before, oh no, it was probably about November time. I finished that. So yeah, that gets a lot of love. So with my other one now, if I can get this one finished, the Nature's Walk one, we won't have to fight anymore over blankets. So yeah. So my last little bit is a little shop update. Oh no, before that, I ordered some stitch markers from Roro and Cade's. She's doing some lovely Halloween stitch markers, and they come in this little, you can either have them on a card or in a little tin. Thank you, Kelly. Love them, they're beautiful. And they came within a day, I think it was. I think they arrived on Wednesday. I think I ordered them on Monday. They came on Wednesday. So, but there, yeah, you've got a little spider. I'm not sure if she's got any of these ones left though. She did say that this was the last, but she's got some other some other ones, some more Halloween ones in her shop. A little hat. Love the witch's hat. I love the spider actually, he's gorgeous. And what have we got? A witch on a broom. Fantastic, love them. So thank you for those, Kelly. Oh, did I? I couldn't even see where I'd got that then. Apologies if it didn't make it on the screen. Still new, still learning. So yeah, loving those. So I'm going to do a little shop update. So this week I've been making some, in between work and weekends, some little scissor cases, and I'm doing these in my shop with the scissors, and I've done those in several. You've got the rabbits one, which goes with one of the rabbit bags that I've got in my shop, and I fit the scissors there. There's a sheep's one that fits the they all come with a little popper, fully lined. Really enjoyed making these actually. They were That is actually hedgehogs, not rabbits. I'm sorry. I need to change my glasses, I think. Should have gone to Specsavers, yeah. And so I've tried to do one of each just to complement the bags that are in the shop as well. If you want to pop along to my Etsy shop and just have a look. But this is my latest to the shop. This is a one-off. There won't be any more of these. I've got no more of this material. I've got no plans to make any more of these. So this is a one-off autumnal colours. And again, it's quite a big box bottom, quite a big bag. I have fit, when I did the picture for Etsy, I fit 6 skeins in, and it came to about here with the 6 skeins. So it is quite big. Detachable handle as always, and you've got a big pocket in the front there, and then the little pocket for needles, DPNs, your pattern, if you can just pop your pattern in there. Well, whatever you'd like to, whatever floats your boat, whatever's your jam. Yeah, so that's my little shop update. So I think I'm going to leave it there for this one. Thank you so much for watching. If you've come back, if you're a new subscriber, thank you very much for being here. I'm so overwhelmed. I've been so overwhelmed by the messages from people. Everybody's been positive. Everyone's actually, you know, liked what they saw on the last one, even though it was a little bit fudged. I don't think this one's much better than the last, to be fair. I think this is a little bit fudged as well, but with practice we will get better. I've got no plans at the minute. I don't know whether I'm going to be doing these weekly, fortnightly or 2 weekly, but I will let you know going forward. And I always put on Instagram when it's dropped. So I think I'm just checking my notes here now, so to make sure that I've talked about everything I wanted to say. Thanked all the people, but I want to say a special thank you to all the podcasters who are friends. I've just joined Your Barks Zoom meet on a Monday evening. I can't do the Friday because obviously I work full time, so I can't do the Friday morning one. But I've been to one so far, and there's such a lovely bunch of people. So yeah, and all the ladies, Jane, Amanda, Jane, or Ashley, who else, Heather, Alex, thank you so much for your company. Thank you for accepting me. I am so grateful to have some witty friends. Yeah, they accepted with open arms. We've got such a fantastic community here in the knitty world. So I am so grateful to every single one of you for turning on your TVs or for your laptops, your phones, and just pressing that watch for my videos. So again, thank you. And at that, I'm going to say thank you and goodbye. See you on the next one.